and for the trust you put in council to lead the city of Bay City. And we're grateful for the support that we get, and we're grateful for everyone here. We pray that Spirit will be here with us this evening to help us make the wise decisions and difficult decisions that we need to make. We pray that you will continue to bless the city of Bay City, all of the residents, bless council, bless our city manager, bless our families, bless our employees who work so hard for our citizens. We're grateful to be in this great nation, and we ask you to pour out the Spirit upon all of our first responders and our members of the military who continue to watch over us. And again, we're thankful, Heavenly Father, for the many blessings that hast bestowed upon us, and we pray that you will continue to do so, and we will do things to earn that blessing. And we ask and say these things in the name of thy Son, Jesus Christ. Amen. Amen. You face the American flag. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. The Texas flag. Honor the Texas flag. I pledge allegiance to thee, Texas, one state under God, one and indivisible.
Would you like me to read the mission statement?
Okay. The mission statement. The City of Bay City promotes economic growth and invests in quality of life initiatives through collaboration. We respond promptly and professionally to residents' concerns and strive to deliver superior municipal services. And I need a motion to approve the agenda.
I'll make that motion.
Second.
Thank you. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Having none, the motion carries. Public comments. Is there anyone in the audience who would like to make a public comment? Please step forward, state your name and address, and you have 3 minutes.
Just wanted to highlight what was dropped off to our office today is the 2026-27 annual visitors guide. There's a partnership with the Bay City Tribune. They do this at no cost to the city. And so after last year, we went back to the drawing board, updated a few sections in it. And so we were excited to see that this has been published. It is something we put out locally, and it is complimentary to anyone who wants to pick it up. So we will be putting these out soon.
Great. Awesome. Great job. Thank you. Is there anyone else in the audience who would like to make a public comment? You step forward, state your name, address, speak into the mic. You have 3 minutes.
Good evening. Thank you, Councilman, for allowing me to be here. Mayor, my name is Harry Brooks. I come to you to ask, and I have a suggestion. My first ask is that we think about what this country just celebrated about 3 weeks ago, a 250-year anniversary of Juneteenth. I mean, it's a 2-year anniversary of 4th of July that we had a wonderful celebration in this wonderful country, which I am very appreciative to be a member of this country. However, my ask is that we think about Juneteenth. Juneteenth is a national holiday that the community of Bay City would love to be a part of. The South End community would love to be a part of. I would ask that we continue to think about ways that we can include everyone and have a Juneteenth celebration here in Bay City. I think about Wharton County, I think about Brazoria County and how they had celebrations to recognize what has happened in 1865. And I know that Bay City is better than all of those counties. So my ask is that you point me in the right direction so that I can work with someone and I will partner with them and give them ideas on how that we can have a wonderful event just like that, just like we celebrate the Day of the Dead here in this county. I think we could have a wonderful celebration for Juneteenth. So again, my name is Harry Brooks. Please reach out to me, point me in the right direction. I love to work with you so that we can plan a wonderful event. Secondly, I'd like to make a suggestion. I want to talk about the ballpark where we had the bike track over in the South End community. Something that I think that would be great, along with myself and Mr. Eden standing in the back, is a community garden. If we can put a community garden down in that community, we can grow our own, right? We have that tradition here in the Bay City is molding and growing our own. Let's grow our own vegetables. Let's grow some of our own fruit so that we can provide free produce to the members of this community. That area is nice. That area can be leveled. We can fence that area off so that we can keep all the riffraff out of that garden, but we can get some good fruit. We can get some good vegetables, and we can do something productive with that area in town. The easiest and the fastest way to a man's heart, my heart, is through my belly. Give me some good vegetables, give me some good fruit, and I'm going to continue to smile with you. Great people, great councilmen and council ladies, please consider that, right? Let's give back to Bay City. 77414. I wear a t-shirt all the time with 77414. One for another here in Bay City, Texas, because this is the best city in the state. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you. Very good.
Is there anyone else in the audience who would like to make a public comment? Okay, having none, we will move on to awards and proclamations. Item 1, presentation, employee promotions for the third quarter of fiscal year 2026. Ms. Rhonda Clay, please.
Good evening, Mayor, Council, City Manager, City Attorney. Okay. I'm here this evening to recognize our employees who were promoted during the third quarter of our current fiscal year, 2026. As a city, we are dedicated to supporting the growth of our employees and the development of our employees. Tonight, we have 4 promotions to recognize. For those employees that are present, when I call your name, if I could please get you to come forward, get your certificate, and if I can just get you to stand in front of the dais, we'll get a group photo. Okay? I can get this, Corporal Ashley Rubio. Corporal Rubio was promoted from police officer to corporal. Sergeant Dylan Wakefield, is he present? No? Okay, well, Sergeant was promoted from corporal to sergeant, so he's not here, but we'll hold on to his certificate. Corporal Braden Forte. Corporal was promoted from police officer. And last but not least, Corporal Tatiana Chloe was promoted from police officer. Good job. And hold up your
Congratulations.
Congratulations.
She got one. I said,
You missed it. I'll do it after.
no, I was like, I don't want to talk about it. Thank you. Okay. I was told that there's lines that it needs to be. There we go.
There's wheels on that thing. Okay. Moving on to acknowledgements from our city manager.
Just put a little thing up on the screen for us. You know I like pictures.
Who's that a picture of, Scotty?
Nice.
Okay, just move on to the next slide. I'm not sure what's going on. It's thinking.
There it is.
There you
I
go.
thought we had a ghost.
All right, we can move on to the next slide. All right, Public Works, shout out to our facilities maintenance crew, Marlon and Wes, for helping IT in their strategic plan efforts. We appreciate you both for making sure all IT infrastructure locations stay clean, safe, and taken care of. This IT group has really come around and really have done a lot of reworking and making things look really nice. And he is a fast mover. I'm always trying to slow down a little bit, but he's moving fast. He's doing great things for the city. And then also, this is a great picture up here. If you look, we were just talking about what we're doing with our streets. Shout out to our street and bridge crew for proactive preventive maintenance on Nichols Road, where street issues were getting worse. This work was done in a very hot weather. Great job, team. And this is a big shout out to our city council from Public Works Department for authorizing the purchase of this new 14 cubic yard dump truck. We were excited to put it to good use. Pictured here is the very first load.
Awesome.
I know, we got to get it dirty now.
But it should be.
To our police department, the mayor attended this. This is such a great event, and so many of our police officers are involved with this and helping. This is our third academy, Police Junior Academy, with 23 cadets. Help us congratulate our amazing 2026 junior cadet. Mayor, is there anything else you want to add to that? When that program is just inspiring and seeing the return people coming and.
You know, the one thing that stands out to me was a young man who stood up there who was so touched and got so emotional. A young man, I don't know, 12, 13, 14 years old, and started crying because of the experience he had with this group. He was excited that his parents were there, the group that he was with, and everything that he learned. So that was the moment that stuck out to me.
Yes, and for those that are involved that are here, we all stand up. I know Pierce is here and different ones are involved, all the police. A lot of y'all are involved, but thank you so much for doing this program. I really appreciate it. And our Bay City Public Library, this is the end of summer reading program awards and party that Friday, July 31st. That's right. It's a summer bash. Join us for games, treats, and a fun times as we celebrate the end of summer reading program. Awards for top readers are given at 3 p.m. So if any of you can make it, please join us. And then Main Street, Tina Israel, Main Street manager, attended and successfully completed year 2 of Travel and Tourism College at College Station, Texas. Tina is currently working toward earning her Certified Tourism Executive certification. Congratulations, Tina. Parks and Recreation, 15 brave Bay City citizens face the freezing 92-degree temperatures to take part in the 2nd annual Summer Texas Snowball Fight. The mayor is always involved with that. Did you miss it? Was it missed this year?
I missed it
But
this
usually
year.
always in this one. Okay. And then I think is this relatively new?
First time, this is the
I
first
was
one.
happy to see this, but 11 students joined us at Saturday for the first Texas Parks and Wildlife Hunter Education class at the USO. Participants learned fundamentals of firearm safety, hunting ethics, wildlife conservation, and responsible hunting practices from our certified Texan Parks and Wildlife. What a great way to be partnerships in this. And then again, Parks and Rec, Saturday, August 8th, Parks and Recreation Department is wrapping up summer with the last Controlled Chaos event. Get ready for giant games, crafts, backyard bass fishing, food trucks, and nonstop family fun at Duncan Park. And then we have some upcoming events. We have Seated Tai Chi, July 29th, Fishing 101, August 8th, and Senior Fish, August 12th. And I do want to say again, we did have that grand opening, and I know we keep saying this over and over, but that was last Monday, and that just shows what people coming together, how they can make a difference again. That was awesome to be part of that event. And thank you, Council, for the support that you provided for helping go into this partnership as well. And on this last item, it's very special recognition. I'd like to ask our HR director to help me with this one. Yes, right there. Okay.
So last month, on Tuesday, June 30th, 2026, our finance manager, encountered an emergency. And
This is a hard one.
due to the quick response of several employees who were present, she's okay and she's here. Jennifer. just to recognize those employees that are present for your efforts and for your quick thinking and your quick response is extremely appreciated. We are grateful for your efforts, and because of your efforts, our Jennifer is here, and just wanted to say thank you all. So again, just to show our appreciation, I wanted to provide you all with something. Miss Susie, Suzanne.
I'd like you to stay up here so we can get a picture with you. And we're so glad to have you back.
Yes.
I can give y'all hugs. I'm shaking hands. I know y'all are too close to me here.
Miss Joanne Perez. And I thought I said Detective Cagle.
Thank you so much.
Oh, he will.
We do have some other employees that are not here this evening. Ms. Ashley Girlinghouse, as well as Ms. Casey Wolfpack, not here this evening, but I just wanted to take time and just say thank you all for your efforts, for your time. We really appreciate it.
Yes.
Truly really appreciate it.
I want to get one more call on you.
Great job. I just want to point out the color coordination going on here.
Thank y'all.
We are a family, and families get emotional. Okay, that's all I have.
We talk about family often, and it's more than just family. It's not a cliche. We're siblings. We all know how siblings are. We fight one day and we come to our aid the next day. And that's what I like to say. Is employees of Bay City are siblings. So thank you. I got ahead of myself. Any comments from council?
Well, as Scotty already pointed out, last Monday we broke ground on the Aquatic Center, something that's been on everybody's minds and hearts for 20 years. It's finally coming to fruition. It was the CDC, the city, the county, and then a lot of city employees really jumping in to make it happen and make it happen very, very nicely. And hopefully next June we'll be watching the mayor slide down one of the slides. Thank
Somebody
you.
said they were going to take my place. I think that was you.
That was blind.
No.
That'll teach them not to show up. I'd just like to make a comment. I'm sorry that Mr. Brooks left, but that's a perfect example of how things should be done. He had a concern about something. He didn't come with a complaint. He came with a concern, and he came with a solution. That's what we like to see. That was awesome. So I'd like to say thank you to Mr. Harry Brooks.
Yes.
Hey,
One comment,
Go
maybe
ahead.
if you're finished. Keep noticing more and more of what is being done by code enforcement and what's the committee called that's partnering with code enforcement on the planning
Planning
commission.
Commission.
More and more things that have been such eyesores for a long time
That's a
are
good point.
getting cleaned up and taking place. The service center, for instance, right across the old Mrs. Baird store that was bulldozed. Now, when you're coming up 7th and you see the service center, it opens up the beauty of the service center to not have that eyesore that's falling in. So just another example of the great work that's being done by that department and planning commission and such. So thank you for pushing that effort and initiative forward, everybody that's involved, and great to see that progress. Thank you.
Good recognition.
Well
Any oth-
deserved.
any other comments from council? Okay, we'll move on to consent agenda items for consideration and approval. Item 2, special called meeting minutes of June 9th, 2026. Item 3, council workshop meeting minutes of June 23rd, 2026. Item 4, regular council meeting minutes of June 23rd, 2026. Item 5, accounts payable, direct payables, and utility refunds for April, May, and June 2026. Item 6, engagement letter with Harrison Waldrop and Urick LLP. Item 7, memorandum of understanding between Matagorda County Drainage District Number 1 and the City of Bay City for regulation of stormwater drainage plans for new and existing property development within the city limits of Bay City and its extraterritorial jurisdiction. Item 8, ratification of the First Amendment to the temporary construction easement agreement with International Bank of Commerce for the Avenue I and 6th Street off-system bridge replacement project. Item 9, amendment to number 1. Amendment number 1 to task authorization number 1 with Friesen Nichols Incorporated for the DR 4485-0221 Stormwater Management Plan project to extend the anticipated completion date from June 30th, 2026 to November 30th, 2026, and authorize the mayor to execute the amendment. Mouthful. We need a motion to approve all of these.
If I could, on item 7, I don't want to pull it out or anything like that, but I do want to commend Public Works for that work on that. That's another thing that's been years coming, which was a lot of work, and just really, really appreciate it. And with that, I'd like to make the motion to approve.
Thanks, sir.
Great job. We have a motion, we have a second. Any other discussion on the agenda items?
I'm trying to find my page.
All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Having none, the motion is carried. Thank you. Regular items for discussion, consideration, and or approval. Item 10, this is an exciting one. Appointment, consider and or approve the appointment of Associate Municipal Court Judge Gina Thompson. Scotty?
Mayor and Council, we had I cannot find my agenda executive summary here, so I was kind of looking for it because we had so many consents. But we did have a committee that came together, Mayor Pro Tem Blaine Finley, and we had Judge Thompson and the mayor and myself, and we had some good candidates that came through for an interview process. The idea was to bring on 2 associate judges. We have made a choice to bring on just 1 right now, and we had a very qualified person, and that is Gina Thompson. And where is Miss Gina Thompson? So in our charter, it does say that the city manager makes a recommendation with council to approve, and then we would like to follow with a swearing in from Judge Thompson that is here.
So let's make a motion to approve this first.
I'd make that motion.
I'll second it.
We have a first, we have a second. Any other discussion on item 10? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Oh, there it is. They did that
Opposed.
somewhere else.
Corey
looking
had
for it,
some
couldn't find
questions.
it.
I'm just trying to associate municipal court judge. So what is
Oh, she has like
what does that all entail? I'm just curious.
We'll let the
Well, I'll say that.
the judges.
Are we gonna do it right?
We
over?
have a councilman who would like some information.
Oh, sure.
Could I just get an explanation about what an associate municipal court judge is?
We'll let
Just
you
help me out.
I'm sorry, I didn't understand. What?
Associate municipal court judge. What can you just give me like what role of that?
The associate judge is basically a backup for me. I'm the presiding judge at this time, have been, and then when I'm not available, then she would do my duties. And so she will be going to the jail to magistrate prisoners. There are times that she could be getting called out at night to do what I do, search warrants, juvenile statements, that sort of things. Gina will be in a training program for a little bit and taking her under my wing. And so at some point she will be out, but I'm available to answer any questions. You know, there could be a point in time where she will preside on the bench. It just won't be in the very near future right now because she needs to have a little bit of education. Yeah, but she's going to pretty much do whatever I can do. She would have the same power. Right now she'll work under me and the court administrator, Katie Plunkett.
Thank you.
Thank you. You have the go. We have an oath. Yeah, we'll come up. You want us to come up there?
Did we vote?
Oh, no, we didn't.
Oh, we didn't vote yet.
We got the question.
Sorry.
Yeah.
All right. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Didn't vote yet.
Any opposed? I mean, none
We
of
didn't finish it.
them- We got that far. I kind of redid
You're
some
official,
things.
Gina.
I'm ready.
You're ready now.
Repeat after me. I, Gina Thompson. Do solemnly swear. That I will faithfully execute the duties of the office. Of Bay City Municipal Court Associate Judge. For the city of Bay City. And the state of Texas. And will to the best of my ability. Preserve, protect, and defend. The Constitution and laws. Of the United States. And of this state. So help me God.
All right.
So it's official, Judge Gina.
Oh, Judge Gina.
You didn't tell me she was going to have power. I'm second about that.
She has no power unless if she calls me and I'll say, you have no power.
Oh, okay.
Two Judge Thompsons. This is going to be
What do you think about that? Oh, wow. Oh, that's good.
Mine.
Well, I did take the other picture, right?
You've been taking my picture for over 40 years.
It's been a while since he jumped off that.
Right?
Good job, Judge.
Alrighty.
Oh, you sound first.
Signed your name. You can't back out now, Jimmy.
Do that right now. Anything on the back? Nothing.
The other one was my statement of
It's you.
officer. Got it. Thank you, ma'am. Appreciate it.
Congratulations. I think she's gonna do great. Thank you so much, Scotty. Thank you for all your help, Mayor. I appreciate you so much.
Her first call is at 3 a.m. in the morning, right?
So much.
Thank you.
Item 11, resolution, discuss, consider, and/or approve a resolution authorizing the Bay City Regional Airport to request financial assistance from TxDOT Aviation and to act as agent for the design and construction of the Jet A Fuel Farm Expansion Project. Mr. Mason.
Good evening, Mayor, City Council, City Manager, County Attorney, or City Attorney, since nobody ever says hi to her.
Twice tonight. Oh.
So we come before you tonight for a resolution to design and construct our Jet A fuel farm expansion. The current fuel farm that we have was installed in 2006 with a TxDOT grant, and the tank is designed to be a 20-year tank. So we're pushing that a little bit. We've done some maintenance to it and try to keep it going as long as we can. The roof now needs to be replaced. But the good news is, with the expansion of the airport and with our new helicopter company and some private jets that we have out there, and offshore helicopter company, we are needing to stage more fuel at the airport. So this is a perfect time to go ahead and upsize that tank. And this will be funded through our IIJA project that has been set aside for a while. To do this project, we're looking at this project costing about $303,000. Our total 5% match is $15,000 on that for IIJA. It would be my recommendation that you approve this resolution to allow us to get that money through TxDOT. As I think it said in here, it is reimbursable. So we'll do all the documentations, all the paperwork in-house. And then we just submit for reimbursement as we get our invoices.
Sounds like a good deal to me. Any
Question,
questions
so
for
you-
James?
So you say with the expansion, are you going to replace the existing one, or are you just going to
Yes, sir.
fix
So
it?
we need to replace the existing tank, get
Okay.
it out of there because of the age and
Okay.
because of issues we have with it. Where it sits now, we're going to move it over and then extend the canopy over it. So we'll have a bigger area for the fuel, and it'll all be encased and follow our stormwater plan out there.
And how much would the new project? How much fuel would we be able to store at that point?
So we're looking at going from 12,000 gallons to 20,000 gallons.
Okay.
Great thing. It's part of progress. We need it. Okay. Any questions? Any other questions for James? Okay, we need a motion on the Jet A project.
Motion to approve.
We have a motion. We have a second. Any other discussion?
Who was the second?
Corey. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Having done, the motion carries. James, thank you for bringing that forward.
Yes, sir.
And you have another one.
Yes, sir.
Resolution. Discuss, consider, and/or approve a resolution awarding the engineering, architectural, surveying services to complete the Jet A fuel farm expansion project.
So while we were waiting to get this before you, we had to work with TxDOT, so y'all understand that takes a while sometimes. We went ahead and went out for our RFQ. So we had previously already selected an engineer for a 5-year project for several different projects that we had. Did this back in 2020 when this all IJ stuff started. But because we didn't specifically state fuel farm expansion, we just stated that for this project and then these 5 projects possibly and others that the city would have, whether state, federal, or city funded, we would select that same engineering firm. The FAA and TxDOT have decided that they wanted us to go out and just do another RFQ. So we threw that together really fast, put it out there in our timeline. We did receive statements of qualifications from 4 different companies. We gathered a team together, myself, Gabriel, and their engineering tech student. And we went through all the RFQs. At this point in time, after reviewing and ranking them, it is our recommendation that you select pass the resolution so that we can select the winner, and that would be Civil PEs. I had to add that name in there on that resolution.
We have a contract with, doesn't Public Works have a contract with them already?
Yes, sir. But IIJA funding, they wanted the resolution to be specific, and then they wanted the RFQ to be specific for just that project, nothing else. So we went out, and it was just for the avgas, or sorry, for the Jet A expansion. And so we went through the whole process. We advertised it in the local paper for 2 weeks. Got everything in, everything passed through. Civil PEs was just the most economical engineering firm that answered that RFQ.
Most qualified, not
Most
most
qualified.
economic. Because you can't consider economics for professional services.
All right, we need a motion on item 12 for Civil PE.
Motion to approve item number 12.
Okay, we have first, we have a motion. Do we have a second?
A second.
All right, we have a second. Any other questions for James? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Having none, the motion carries.
Thank you all very
Thank
much.
you, James. Item 13, resolution. Discuss, consider, and/or adopt a resolution authorizing the submission of an application and approval of signatory designees to the Texas Water Development Board for the Water Supply and Infrastructure Grant Program
in an amount not to exceed 21 million for eligible water distribution improvements. Mr. Lopez.
Good evening, Council, City Manager, Anne Marie. We're going to start that now. So this item on the the item on the agenda tonight is for a Texas Water Development Board application that the city is intending to submit with council's authorization. So this item tonight is the resolution granting staff that authorization to submit this Texas Water Development Board application for water system improvements. So we're looking at replacing water lines, and this is for the Moore Addition project, which has already been through design. So part of this application is it awards heavily on project readiness. There's only two criteria you can control. One is the medium household income, or you can't control that. That's the non-controllable. And then the controllable one is the project readiness. And for that, this Moore Addition water improvements is the one that fits that description best. So we're intending to submit that under this application. It's 100% federally funded, no match. Awards are expected to be announced next fiscal year, early fiscal year 2027. And the amount that we're estimating currently sits at like $2,225,000. So somewhere around that range would be our funding request if authorized by council tonight. In addition to that, the resolution also designates the signatories for different phases or contractual executions as the project gets implemented. And then for the project submission, city manager is authorized to sign whenever we submit that, and additional supporting documentation that gets included into that application. So it is a staff's recommendation to approve the resolution tonight, authorizing staff to submit this application, which is due on the 30th. And it's coming along well, just final supporting documentation that needs to be included in it.
So no other subdivision was
designed to that level? No, sir.
Okay.
If we would lose out on the points that would probably make our project more competitive. There's a lot of communities that are submitting applications. It's pretty straightforward. It's 100% federal. Mm-hmm. There's a lot of communities that don't have project readiness. There's some that are submitting up to the maximum for our size, which is a 21 million. We're looking to keep it as competitive as possible and submit as much supporting documentation along with our funding request.
Okay.
We did try to get the Highland in there, and we do have that as a backup, but it just requires further review.
You hit exactly what I was going to ask, if that could be considered a backup.
Yes,
So
sir.
You're ahead of me again.
Yes, sir. We have
It's always down in the design game, though. That's because
what-
of moving the lines from the alley to the street.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I noticed it was 21 million and we were only talking about two of it. It seemed like we wanted to go for a little bit more to try and get them both, but I get why.
And if you recall, we were pursuing the Fish Street water line under this funding request, but since it already had Texas Water Development Board funds designated to it, it'd be a duplication of funding.
Right.
This WSIG program, the total amount of money I believe that's available in the coffers is 125 million, but you're talking a whole bunch of entities across the state that are applying for the funds. As an example, I believe El Campo applied for 17 million. So we're going for as much as we get with the shovel ready side because of the amount of additional points you get to make it more competitive.
Yep. Yeah, I'm all for making sure we get our best chance at getting it.
Yeah.
Any other questions?
With that, I'll go ahead and, if there's no other discussion, I'll make a motion.
All right, we have a motion. Do we have a second?
I'll second.
We have a motion. We have a second. Any other discussion? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Having none, the motion carries.
All right, thank you, council.
Thank you, Gabe.
Thank you, Kim.
Item 14, report. Receive a report from GFL Environmental on the sanitation operations in the city of Bay City and discuss, consider, and/or approve the GFL Environmental CPI rate increase pursuant to the solid waste contract with CPL Environmental. Crystal Mason.
Good evening, Mayor, City Council, City Manager, City Attorney. 4 I'm Crystal Mason, Assistant Director, Public Works. I'm here this evening with our GFL team. As you can see, we have some new faces behind us. And for those that may not know, Mr. Xavier Salache, who's been with WCA, then GFL for the last 8-9 years, I guess now. He is moving on in the company, kind of closer to home, so he's taken a different position. So wish him well on his journey. With that, we are here this evening to do the annual report as well as talk about the base rate adjustment that GFL has requested. I'm going to turn it over to Xavier so he can introduce his team and do the report.
Good evening, Council, Mayor, Scotty. As you said, I'm moving forward, so I do have a new operations manager for Bay City, which is Christopher Munoz. Along with that, we have Bryce Pumani, who is our general manager for the area, and also Trey, who is a trainee, so he's not too important yet. So, with that being said, I know Councilman Westmoreland hates numbers, so I'm here to bore you tonight. These numbers are for the last rolling year, July 1st to 25 to July 1st of 2026. So for the year, this past rolling year, we collected approximately 11,000 tons of residential trash. That's enough trash to stack it up 40 feet high, a whole football field. So that kind of gives you a perspective of how much trash we take to the landfill from Bay City. Along with that, we collected over 11,200 tons of commercial trash. So that's going from dumpsters, apartments, and so on. So that's quite a bit. With that, we also collected 15,900 yards of brush that goes to the brush yard. That's about the whole size of the, that's the whole size of the high school here in Bay City. So that kind of gives you a perspective of what we've done the past year. As well, we've taken over 1,400 tons of bulk and brush, the smaller piles of brush to the landfill. So that's boxes, mattresses, furniture and stuff like that. Along with that, the last rolling year, we changed 884 trash carts. So that's us delivering or customers coming to our site and doing the exchange on carts. Right now, we estimate we're approximately getting to a 70% exchange rate for the city. So probably, hopefully, in the next year or two, we'll be at 100% with all new GFL carts. Along with that, we have changed 57 commercial dumpsters in the city. So I'm hoping y'all see a lot of the new, beautiful, bright green dumpsters out there. And along with that, in the past year, we invested approximately $800,000 on getting new equipment for here in Bay City. So we have a new rear loader. That's the one that collects the bulk. And also we have a new side loader, which is the one that picks up the carts automatically. So the past year and a half, we have made a total investment of $1.7 million on new equipment. And we've seen the returns. We've seen a decrease in customer complaints by approximately 15% over the past 1 year. And as well as retraining the dispatchers and the office administrators how to answer calls. And I think that's a lot to do with it. Along with that, like last year I stated, we implemented a new follow-up system with the customers where the supervisor calls them, retrains them on the trash service. We have seen a lot of dividends on that as well. And I think that contributed to the minimizing the calls. And so we have what we call a full cycle project in GFL. And this is empowering us to help out the community where we can. So this past year, we donated $7,500 to the Love of Animals. So they were pretty happy about that, try to help out the animals. With that, we did donate $2,500 to Shop with a Cop. And I just want to say that's a beautiful event. We went there and I mean, kids were smiling and everybody had a great time. So I hope we continue that tradition going forward. And I just want to say that it's a great thing. Mayor, appreciate the input on that. Like I said, also, hopefully we continue that. So other events that we did sponsor, Camel Fest, we're a big sponsor. Dia de los Muertos, we sponsor that event as well. Touch a Truck, we're big on that. We love when kids go out there and play with our equipment and stuff like that. It's a good time for us as well. So that's just kind of a rundown of the things we've done the past year. And if you have any questions, I'll be more than happy to answer them.
Not a question, but since I love the number so much, the number of calls and complaints and such that I'm aware of has dropped tremendously in the last, however, I don't know, 18 months, year, because of the investments that y'all have made and staffing and all the different things. So really do appreciate the effort that GFL has put into rectifying some of the challenges that we have. And I think the overall service and response that I hear is overwhelmingly positive these days. So thank you.
Yes, sir. Thank you. Anyone?
I don't have any questions. You and I talk. So.
Yeah.
And congratulations on whatever is next for you.
Appreciate it.
We appreciate your years.
I just appreciate all the partnership we worked throughout the years. I know we've seen the good, the bad, and the ugly, but I think we're in a great spot right now. So,
great.
All right.
Great.
Thank you. Have a great evening.
Yes, thank you.
Thank you.
All right, back to the base rate adjustment. That's the important part here. Thanks, Xavier, for the report. Great information.
Thank you.
I love that they share that. You can see that they're definitely involved in our community. So over the years, that has really increased. So it's great to see. Base rate adjustment. This year, they're asking for a CPI increase of 3.81%. For us, that will have a budget impact increase of $111,000 for fiscal year 2027.
Do you have any numbers from previous years? Like what was the increase from last year to?
I do not. I do not have that in front of me. My
Just wanted to
apologies.
It's all typically tied to CPI.
I just want to give a comparison. That's
Yeah.
all. Just to see.
CPI.
Okay. All right.
Consumer Price Index.
Yes.
Yeah.
I think in this earlier years, we kind of had them capped when we went into negotiation, if I recall correctly. And this is the first year we're kind of going back now, and now it's rolling with the CPI again.
Okay.
If I remember during COVID, it went out
It was
extraordinarily high because we
Yeah.
had a very high CPI, but I think they capped it
we
like
capped
at
it.
5 or something
Okay.
like that.
I think last year was 281.
Might have been something
I think
like
it was
that. Maybe
281.
last year was the first CPI, and then this year's second. Yeah.
Okay. No, I was just curious. Just curious.
This usually doesn't go. It hits the billing in November because we bill in arrears for utility, and so this actually doesn't go into effect till like the billing of November next fiscal year.
In the CPI letter that's attached, it doesn't show the percentage from last year, but the new rate that we're going to is $21.32 for contract year 4, whereas contract year 3 was $20.54.
Right.
Okay.
So
Increase to 78
It's not that. It's not that.
Yeah, it's
Okay.
not a huge, but it doesn't go beyond. I don't know what it was for year 2.
Okay. Thank you.
And if you don't have any other questions, I believe we need an approval.
Okay, we need a motion on item 14 for the GFL.
I make a motion to approve the base rate for GFL.
Okay, we have a motion. Do we have a second? Nobody, I'll second it.
Okay.
That's okay.
Whoever you choose.
Pick
one. Oh, I'll second it.
You call it.
Write it down.
As long as you have a name, you're good. Okay. Any other discussion? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Having none, the motion carries. Item 15, ordinance. Discuss, consider, and/or approve an ordinance of the City of Bay City amending Chapter 28, Article 2, Mobile Food Courts and Mobile Food Establishments of the Code of Ordinances to make necessary deletions, revisions, and additions to comply with the House Bill 2844, 89th Texas Legislature, providing for a cumulative and conflicts clause, providing a severability clause, providing a savings clause, and providing an effective date. Ms. Mason.
All right. We are starting on page 83 of your packet, start of the ordinance. Before you is an ordinance revision. This proposed ordinance updates the city's regulations for our mobile food vendors and also establishes standards for our mobile food courts that we did not have an ordinance previously. These revisions will align the city's ordinance with House Bill 2844, which was adopted by the 89th Texas Legislature. It created a statewide licensing and health inspection program for these mobile food vendors, and it became effective July 1st of this year. So, the ordinance preserves the city's authority over the location, fire safety, parking, utilities, and site development. Under these new rules, the city, we can't issue a license or a permit to these mobile food vendors now. That's going to be taken care of by the state. But we can regulate where they operate. So if we have a mobile food vendor that comes to the city with a statewide license that's been issued, we cannot turn them away, but we can regulate where they go and how they operate within the city. So that's what this ordinance is proposing. Also in the ordinance revisions, we established some property owner responsibilities for the properties where these property owners allow the mobile food units to operate. In this revision, the property owners must do their due diligence to ensure that the mobile food unit holds a current state license, the city registration, and is also operating in compliance with the city's regulations.
Hey, Crystal, I'm sorry to interrupt. So we can't limit how many are here?
We cannot turn them away if they come with a state license.
But we can tell them where they can
operate.
Because, well, we had a limit of 8 on 35 and 60, and that's being removed as best I could tell.
That's correct. That's simply because we cannot turn them away. We can't really regulate the number.
Regulate where they locate.
We can regulate where they located.
We need to look at it.
And I think that's pretty significant in this ordinance that she.
Yep. Yep. So also in this ordinance revision, you'll see that we included a no-fee registration process. This will allow us to gather all that information on that mobile food vendor for administrative and emergency purposes. So I'll get contact name, phone number, a whole list of things. We'll have to get a copy of that license that we can actually validate through the state. There's an online portal now that we can go to check to verify that that license was issued. In addition to that, quite a few changes as far as the location that's proposed. So in the proposed ordinance, vendors would be prohibited from operating in primarily residential areas. We went back and defined that as an area in which more than 50% of properties located within 300 feet of that mobile food unit are single family, multifamily, or manufactured homes. So that will keep those mobile food vendors more so along the Highway 35, Highway 60 corridor.
So Crystal, just a question though about that. If somebody hires a food truck personally, is that handled differently?
It would not be if they're going to be operating and putting it on that commercial.
So they would still not be able to pull their food truck up to someone's home if they.
If you're hosting a private party at your house, you want a food truck to come cater the food.
You can do that.
Yes.
That doesn't. This doesn't prohibit that.
Right. If it's a private event like that and it's not on
open to the public.
Open to the public.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay. That would be the difference. Okay.
Okay.
Thank you.
I did include a clause in here for our existing mobile food vendors, those that are operating lawfully. That means they have to get that new state license, the registration through us, follow our established operational requirements, fire safety requirements. For those that are operating in a primarily residential area now, they'll be considered a legal non-conforming use. As long as they claim that whenever they start that registration with us. It has to be documented on our registration process. That non-conforming status would end upon very specific changes such as a change in the business ownership, operating location, property ownership or authorization, discontinuance for more than 180 days. They haven't been operating, so things of that nature. Let's see, other than our ice cream vendors may not operate on public streets, right-of-ways, city parks, other public areas without written city approval. Also establishing that drive-through service is prohibited, and that's simply because of traffic and parking regulations. Our mobile food vendors would have to provide customer trash receptacles, keep the area surrounding their mobile food unit free of litter and debris. You'll also see that we established some utility and fire safety requirements. So we're charging that property owner for the maintenance and the oversight on those utilities, meaning they can offer the electrical, plumbing, as far as like water and sewer connection. But all that does have to be permitted, properly permitted and inspected through the city. And it would have to be in a very specific pedestal, similar to what you would see at an RV lot. That way it's all contained and not all over the parking lot area. In addition to that, electrical connection, we are requiring a properly rated shore power cord, meaning those typical household extension cords that you see out there would not be allowed. Quite a few safety requirements in the fire safety section. These were never in our ordinance before, so it is life safety issues that we brought forward to include in the ordinance. In addition to that, the final section of the of this ordinance that's proposed establishes mobile food court standards. So previously in our ordinance, we did not have anything that regulated mobile food courts. So we went back and added some very specific standards, such as it creates a separate development standard. A mobile food court must obtain the certificate of occupancy, typically like any other operating business. A detailed site plan would be required. We need to see where those spaces were laid out, parking, utilities, fire access, and all of that. Vendor spaces, we put the vendor capacity and kind of based this off of some of our neighboring jurisdictions. This was pretty consistent. One vendor space per 1,000 square feet of space, with a minimum of 2 spaces and a standard maximum of 10 spaces. Now we could always come back to council and ask for revisions to that or an alternate plan if need be. Mobile food courts would must provide at least 2 parking spaces per vendor. Again, if an alternative parking plan is proposed, we could bring that before you. The mobile food court owner or manager would be responsible for the organization, cleanliness, and overall compliance. As far as the utilities, permanent electrical service is required at the mobile food courts. Individual generators would be prohibited. That's just a life safety issue there. Let's see, customer seating would be required, and we also included in the regulations to allow some type of amenities like live music or stages or playgrounds, movie areas, and that's not such. If y'all have any questions about the ordinance, I'd be more than happy to address them.
A couple things came to mind. So if the state is issuing the licenses, who's responsible for the inspections, the health, and
That is the state.
they're responsible? So we don't have to do anything.
We
as a
don't have to
city?
do it. Matagorda County does not have to do it. So previously what would happen is they would come over to the city secretary's office. Gina would verify that they had their permit from Matagorda County. So that won't happen anymore. One thing we're doing too is moving this from city secretary's office over to planning and development so that we can send an inspector out to take a look at that site just to verify everything's in compliance. But there will be no more going to Matagorda County. Now the state does allow a collaborative agreement between entities in the state for those inspections. At this point in time, Matagorda County has not gone that route, and of course we haven't either. It would be my recommendation that we really consider that, for the first couple of years, let the state do their inspections, get everything sorted out, and then maybe in the coming years we look at doing taking over that inspection part of it, just for our locals, make it a little bit easier. As of right now, as far as the inspectors that are out there, Fort Bend County, Victoria County, there's a few others, Houston, of course, has inspectors that are available that the state would send down. So the way this process happens with the state now, everything's online. Our mobile food vendors would have to go online, submit their application, and go through all of the approvals state would send down the inspector to take a look at it. So
Is there a deadline for those to get those applications in?
yes, so this was effective July 1st. So as of July 1st, anybody operating a mobile food truck should have already made that application to the state. So there's a little bit of a compliance period that the state has set up. So if they provide a copy of our operating permit that we've issued to the state, and also the food handler's permit from Matagorda County, the state's kind of given them a little bit of a compliance period. So, you know, even if they bring that forward to us, they said we've made that application, here it is, then we can move forward with our registration process and getting them set up.
So the city has notified the state what food trucks we have operating in the city.
Right now, there is no notification part of it, so that's
So,
It's up to us.
it's up to us.
so we still have to do some policing.
Yes, of course.
Okay.
Yeah. So, I mean,
Forevermore, there's nothing in the new
Unfunded
statute.
mandate.
I mean, the good thing is we have our code officers out there, you know, out and about every day. So they're very familiar with their neighborhoods and what gets set up. So our first process, if y'all adopt this ordinance tonight, will be educating our mobile food vendors. We're going to let them know, hey, there is a new process. You have to apply to the state for that license. Otherwise, you can't operate anywhere in the state of Texas as a mobile food vendor. And then we'll talk to them about our requirements, our local requirements, and get that worked through them. So I can tell you one of the big hurdles that some of our mobile food vendors that we currently have out there that they're going to run into a problem is the state is requiring that they stay mobile. I mean, technically they should have been all this time, but some of them, you know, they've set up, yeah, they've set up permanently. So that is going to be something we'll have to work through with them.
Unless it's some type of food truck court or something that we put together, so to speak.
Right. And that's something that we've been discussing.
We talked about that for a long time.
Okay.
Yeah.
If they have to stay mobile, how often do they have to move?
It comes down to the state. When the state does their inspection, or if they do a surprise inspection, then that mobile food vendor would have to demonstrate that they are mobile.
That they are movable.
Not that they have moved.
Yeah. Typically, so
You better get some tires on it.
what I understand the state is doing right now for that initial inspection, they're making those mobile food vendors come to a certain location. They're not going to them, so they're going to have to demonstrate that. Yeah.
Gotta get there.
That definitely
gotta get there.
So you better get your favorite food. Because there may not be there.
So how long, if we have mobile vendors that are not in compliance, how long are we giving them to get in compliance?
I mean, the state has more of the stringent requirement on that, so that's kind of out of our hands. I would say for us, as far as educating, I could see it taking 30 to 45 days to notifying everybody, say, hey, this is in place. You know, maybe give them a 60-day window, starting day 60 or it's day 61. We're going to come and talk to you at that point.
And how backlogged they're going to be.
Oh,
You said
my.
that you're going to see an application. You're just going to verify they have it applied.
Exactly.
Because who knows how long it's going to take to get something back from the state.
Right.
So as long as we know they've
tried, they're putting through the
Exactly.
effort.
then we can
can
proceed.
exactly. So, and that is part of the state rules too. So if they produce that application and they keep it on their mobile food unit, then we would accept that, and that's per the state.
So for that state license, is that additional cost on top of what I mean? I don't know what they pay
We
now.
can't charge anymore.
We can't charge.
They can't charge anymore.
Yeah.
So it's
It's
all the state.
it's all the state
all the
now.
money.
Okay, cool. So
Yeah.
they don't.
Yeah, but
they're
we
not,
gotta regulate it. So
Unfunded mandate.
It's like asbestos.
Right?
No, I'm just curious. No, I didn't know if it was going to be another, like an additional cost on top of what they already paid. You're saying no?
For us,
just pay.
no. I mean, we
Okay.
can't charge a fee on that, but I will say that the state's licensing fees as well as their inspection fees are a lot more than we ever charged here at the city with our previous permits. So I can see that affecting some of our mobile food vendors too. So
Gotcha.
unfortunate.
So if they're on private property in a parking lot or whatever, they have to produce, that they have permission from that property owner. What about public property?
They're not allowed to operate on public-private, yeah.
So they can't be on the highway and on the park. So like the ones that park around the square for market days are no longer allowed?
So this ordinance wouldn't apply to those civic events like that. And that is in the first section. We left that in the ordinance. It was already in there. So it's under section 2633
Or like your fair,
Not like it was special.
Yeah.
livestock
For
show.
special occasions or
Yeah.
events, that's different. It's just the normal where they set
Right.
up and operate.
A commercial for-profit,
Exactly.
Entity.
it's, well, and I guess it doesn't have to be for-profit, but I
They're
don't
trying
know
to
of
be.
any nonprofit other than those that does civic or whatever.
In the mobile food court provisions, the requirements, the second to the last page, subsection O, it seems as though it might be missing a word at the end. Within 48 hours after all operations cease or all operations end.
Gotcha. Thank you. Got it.
Okay. We need a motion. I don't think we have much of a choice.
No.
Yeah, I know, right?
This is just a formality.
I'll make the motion to approve
Oh,
the
after all operations.
ordinance with the
Cease
changes
and-
presented.
Second.
Okay, we have a motion, we have a second. Any other questions or discussion on item 15?
Did it end up being end or cease? What did you decide? Cease? Cease?
Yeah, whatever is.
I just want it
yeah,
to be on the record.
Yeah, cease is fine. Yeah.
Yeah, I've got the roll call
Any other discussion? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
somewhere.
Opposed, motion carries.
Just a quick question. Now that this has been approved, are you just going to start contacting now these vendors, or that's already been in the process since July 1st, or no?
We'll start that process locally.
Okay.
Okay, roll call vote.
Uh-oh.
Mayor Nelson,
Aye.
absent. Councilman McCray,
Aye.
Councilman Falls,
Aye.
Councilman Westmoreland,
Aye.
Councilwoman Reardon.
Aye.
Okay. Item 16, easement. Discuss, consider, and/or approve a drainage easement agreement between the City of Bay City and Solarite 2A LLC for a 20-foot wide drainage easement out at the certain lot, piece, or parcel of land located at Bay City Industrial Park, AB 9, Block 3, Lot 3-9. New survey, acres 7.893. Crystal Mason.
All right, we're on page 96 of your packet. This is just a standard drainage easement agreement that we've passed many other times. This agreement defines the drainage corridor along that South Industrial Park Drive, 20-foot easement, as Mayor stated. This provides the city with a permanent legal right to access that property, allows the city to construct, install, repair, replace, relocate any of the above drainage facilities. Also gives us immediate access with or without prior notice for any emergency repairs, or if there's an imminent failure, we'll be able to go on there. This also requires that the tenant at this property, which is City Breeze BESS, battery energy storage system, construct the facilities and maintain that easement. City will have the right to maintain, but not the obligation moving forward. So, also this drainage easement will keep the easement free of obstructions such as buildings, stored vehicles, equipment, that such. One thing that we've been getting really consistent with all of our developers is not impacting that drainage, so that's exactly what we've identified in here too. As previously mentioned, a tenant must keep the easement free of vegetation, debris, can't obstruct the drainage, and refrain from any changing any of the grades. So, if you have any questions.
Need a motion on item 16?
I'll make that motion.
We have a motion. Do we have a second?
Second.
We have a second. Any other discussion? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Having none, the motion carries. Thank you, Crystal.
Thank you.
Thank
Item 17, finance. Discuss, consider, and/or approve the city's quarterly financial and investment report for the quarter ending June 30th, 2026. Ms. Davis.
Thank you. Good evening, Mayor, Council, City Manager, and let's just keep the train rolling. City Attorney Anne Marie. I'm not going to be the one to hop off of it, but
Thank you, Jennifer.
You're welcome.
I love you too.
yes. This is going to be for the third quarter of 2026. I'm here to report on the financials and the investment report for both. The benchmark for this quarter is 75% because we're 9 months through our fiscal year, so we're just in the home stretch of this fiscal year. The first section, again, is the financial summaries. As you know, we touch on our four major funds, which is the general fund, our public utility fund, airport, and then our hotel motel fund. And then the second section goes over the investment report. For general fund, the overview, revenue highlights. Revenues totaled at $15.8 million for the quarter, or 78.7% of the budget, so above that 75% benchmark. Our property tax through June, we received $5.5 million, or 93% of the $5.9 million property tax M&O budget. Sales tax, happy to report that our third quarter sales tax to the city is up 5.02%, or about $93,000 as compared to the third quarter in the prior year. And we're actually above the second quarter because second quarter, as you remember, we were down pretty big. So now we're up about 5.02%. And happy to report that July, which won't be reported until the next quarter, but this month, our taxes were up 9.12% over same month last year. So it looks like we're on the upward trend of things, which is really great. Franchise fees are slightly under budget. That just is due to timing of franchise payments. A lot of those are on a quarterly basis of when they pay. License and permit fees are under budget target just due to some timing of housing activity. Fines and penalties, mainly court fines, is up. It's 87.1% of the budget, or at $168,000. And then charges for services, that just represents our sanitation fees, $2.7 million. And then miscellaneous revenue is $738,000. That just represents interest income, grant payments, interlocal agreements, park rental income. There's numerous amounts of accounts in that miscellaneous revenue category. For expenditures, the expenditures for the quarter totaled $13.9 million, or 67.3% of the budget, which is great because it's under that benchmark of 75%. We had a couple of departments that were over the 75% budget target. Those could require budget amendments. As you know, the last meeting I did bring the first set of amendments to you guys. There will be at least 2 more sets of amendments for this fiscal year. So there could be some that affect those 4 departments to get those more in line. For fund balance, the city's general fund balance, our reserve level currently is above the minimum policy of 25%. We are at approximately 27% right now. As you know, the city plans to maintain reserves between 90 days, or 25%, and 120 days, or 32% of our operating expenditures. Anything above the 25% can be used to fund non-reoccurring expenditures like capital projects. The general fund financial summary, again, you can see that our beginning fund balance, this is the number that we get from audit when they do our reserve analysis for us. The beginning fund balance was $5.8 million. Our total revenues, the 78.7% at the $15.8 million. Expenditures was the 67.3%, or the 13.9. So you can see at the very bottom of the page that the fund balance target of 90 days, or 25%, is about $4.1 million, again, per policy. So we're probably going to be over that by $1.1 million. Our sales tax, again, is just a nicer way. There's a nice chart to show you over the years. We've got some historical data from fiscal year 2014, so you can kind of see a trend of sales tax and how it's performed throughout time. You can see, again, that we're up that 5.02%. We budgeted $5.8 million this year, projected right now $5.7 million. So we're going to be shy $91,000. Again,
If the next couple of months come in high, this could be a moot point. We do budget very conservatively for our sales tax year to year. The public utility fund revenue highlights as a percentage of budget. The water and sewer revenue is 74%, so just slightly below those budget expectations. The expenditure highlights, the expenditures were at 62%, so even though revenue was just slightly below, expenditures are really below by like 13%. Each department was within the budget parameters. The utility reserve is budgeted to be approximately 76% of operating expenditures by this fiscal year end due to various projects crossing fiscal years. There were some savings with some projects. And then again, the same thing with reserves. They may be used to take care of any emergency repairs that they have to infrastructure. So you can see at the bottom, for their operating reserves, the 90 days or the 25% is 2.3 million. The over target is going to be 2.4 million is what we're stating right now that they should end with at the end of fiscal year over. Again, very necessary for those infrastructure emergency repairs that they have with water and sewer lines. On to airport. As a percentage of budget, overall airport revenues are at 81%, so pretty above that budget target. And expenditures, the expenditures are also at 81%, so pretty even there. For the hotel motel fund, as a percentage of the budget, the hotel motel fund is under budget. They're at 62% on revenues, and their expenditures are at 73%. They started with an audited fund balance of 1.38 million. The ending fund balance is 1.37. Now, we propose in this fund to just maintain $50,000 in fund balance. So you can see they have a very healthy fund balance in this fund, again, could be used for capital, non-reoccurring, things like that. Lastly, some other things to make note of. General fund, again, we do monitor and maintain minimum reserve levels. The CPI for June year over year is 3.5%. That's that consumer price index. The MCI, or the municipal cost index, was 4.86% June year over year. And again, this index is just designed to show the effects of inflation on the cost of providing municipal services to our residents. In the proprietary funds, utility fund, obviously emergency water and sewer infrastructure repairs are ongoing. We're constantly monitoring our sales tax, our hotel tax revenue, our interest rates, and the income that generates from those rates. So on this first section of the financials, does anyone have any questions?
The 93.3% collection on property taxes, is that normal for where we are in this period of the year? Or I was thinking usually it was closer to 97, 98%.
We do at the end, we get closer
The end of the, yes, sir. The end of the fiscal year, we usually get closer to 98. Mm-hmm.
So it's not abnormal for us to be at 93 right now?
It's not abnormal.
Okay.
No, sir.
Okay.
On the investment report section, I actually met earlier this afternoon with the investment committee, so this portion is going to be a little more brief. Again, for the third quarter, the city has an average weighted portfolio of 72.96 days with an average book yield of 3.83%. We are liquid with about 89% of the portfolio in the 0 to 1 year maturity. Our average interest rates have remained relatively flat. As you can see, June 30th, 2026, our balances, we had $26.8 million throughout several different investment vehicles, whether it's banking, pools, securities, CDs. Our interest earnings for the third quarter totaled $309,000. However, June 30th, 2025, same time last year, we earned $328,000. So we are over prior year by $19,000 in interest earnings. Our interest rate trends at the bottom, that line chart, you can see they have remained relatively flat. There is the purple one, which represents our securities that did go down from March to April just because we did have a security maturity. That's why that rate dipped. On the final page, you can see the portfolio diversification. Again, we just structure that to reduce investment risks and a portfolio that will experience minimal volatility. Our portfolio maturity schedule, you can see 23.8 million or 89% is in that 0 to 1 year maturity, while 1.4 and 1.4 are in the 2 to 3, 3 to 4 year windows, which total up to that 26.8 million city grand total. And then lastly, City of Bay City versus our benchmarks. You can see between book value and market value, we have an unrealized loss of about $1,100. We just have to show this even though we hold everything to maturity, so we're not really realizing a loss, so it's unrealized. You can see that average book yield, the 3.83%, again, we have a benchmark of the 90-day T-bill at 3.72%. And then the weighted average maturity of 72.96 days. Are there any questions on the investment section?
Just looking at the balances that you
Yes,
gave,
sir.
and you're saying that we were kind of, I guess, 19,000 from last year.
Yes, sir.
Is
On the
that
interest.
Is that strictly market? Is it just strictly that's on interest only?
It is just on interest. Yes,
Okay.
sir. Just our interest earnings. And that's because from last year to this year, there have been some rates that have decreased due to the Fed. They've lowered the rates. Luckily today, the Fed met today and they'll meet tomorrow. So they'll release their statement tomorrow, but it looks like rates are going to remain flat. So, and that's just to combat inflation. Now going on throughout the remainder of the year, they'll meet again. And there are some talks that it could change. The rates could change, but right now they're remaining flat and they have for a little while. So that's good news to us.
Thank you.
Any other questions? Having none, I recommend that you approve the quarterly financials and investment report for the quarter ended June 30th, 2026.
We need a motion for Jennifer on item 17.
Make a motion to approve.
Okay, we have a motion. Do we have a second?
Second.
We have a second. Any other discussion? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Having none. None opposed. Motion carries.
Perfect. Thank you so much.
Jennifer, great job.
Thank you, Jennifer.
Item 18, agreement. Consider and take action to approve AIA document. Now, I had to look that up because I didn't know what it was, but it's American Institute of Architects. Document A 13-2019, Exhibit A, guaranteed maximum price amendment with Weaver and Jacobs Constructors Incorporated, establishing the guaranteed maximum price for construction of the City of Bay City Public Safety Center and authorizing the mayor to execute the amendment. Scotty.
Mayor and Council, tonight, about a year ago, almost tonight, we were talking about what that maximum price could be for the project. But that was a discussion with council that was all-inclusive prices, and we set that at $20 million. However, we did, in those same discussions, talk about a range of hard costs, and that's what tonight is. It's your bricks and mortar, $16.5 million to $18 million. And so we have our police task force that came together and had various value engineering exercises trying to bring that cost down. We had the mayor, Councilman Westmoreland, Councilwoman Reardon, Gabriel, we had our police chief, Lieutenant Ryman. We had lots of people on this working through these sessions to bring the cost down. And so if you go and we also have tonight with us Weaver and Jacobs representatives here, Dallas and Sean, thank you for being here. And if you have questions for them, we can certainly bring them up. They did say this isn't the end of our process tonight. I want you to say they told me, it says we'll keep working and finding various things as we go through the project. It's not just tonight, it's over with. We'll keep looking as things come up. They have been very instrumental in helping us find costs and not sacrificing quality, but helping us find reasonable things that we can move out of our project to help bring this down. So if you look in this packet, you'll be able to go to, first of all, page 125 is going to show you what that cost is, including the indirect cost, brings it to $16,910,709. But I also want you to go over to the cost savings area on page 128 of the packet, and you can look through all the different approvals that the team, the task force came together and they found approximately $864,000. Now, we found other savings in the project, but it was on the soft cost side. So this is strictly hard costs that we worked through and found $864,000 of cost, and that's where it brings us down to the recommended price tonight to approve for the guaranteed maximum price of $16,910,709. Because I looked back at the old PowerPoint to see where our range was, our low side estimation was 16.5. So the fact that we got this back to that lower side of the range, I'm thrilled on that part. I think that was a group effort for so many people kept coming and saying, what can we do here? And getting it down to the low side of that range instead of the high side of the range that we estimated at 18 million. So do any of you have any other questions or would like to talk to anyone from Weaver and Jacobs before we move forward to do an amendment for our...
I would just like to comment to Weaver and Jacobs for helping us so much, being patient, number one. There's been a lot of meetings, a lot of discussion, a lot of different people involved, and you've been very instrumental in getting these costs down and very helpful to that, and we really appreciate that.
Well,
yeah, absolutely.
Well said. Well
Very
said.
well said.
Their expertise and ideas have been instrumental compared to what we were getting on from the architects. Have been so valuable, and Scotty leading on this. I'm surprised you still have hair and haven't pulled it all out. So thank you, and Chief and the rest of the team for
a lot of people in this room have
this.
been a big part of this. Gabriel, gosh, lots of help all the time with questions and being at every meeting and picking his brain as well. So, and Chief, everybody's worked together. Our lieutenant, our command staff, just everybody's come together to try to make this come down and talk about what do we really need versus a want.
Katie, Municipal Court.
And Katie, yes. Where's my Katie? Yes, Katie was in every meeting as well.
Down to the type of chairs versus the type of glass to the type of. It has been a tremendous process, but really appreciate the advice on those alternate items that we can move forward with that are a lot more affordable and make a lot more sense. And so
I've worked with Weaver and Jacobs many a times, not to mention that the Weaver is from Port Lavaca, so they're in Cuero, but they're from Port Lavaca. And I told Scotty, you just need to call Brant. Just call Brant. So
well, we appreciate it.
To work directly with them is going to be more efficient.
Yeah.
It already has been.
Yeah.
So there is a page of optional. Is that included? I'm taking it that's not included. Was there anything on there that was really needed or that is being
What page are
recommended?
you looking at so I can?
It's the alternates.
Oh, the alternates. Those are things that we will definitely through the process going through. If we can bring something back in, there'll be some decisions to make to bring things back into our project. We'll know more as we get in it to see what we can do to bring some things back in that we wish we could have had, but we just had to, put it as an alternate for right now.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And most of the alternates are all scopes of work that happen at the very end. They deal with a monument sign and landscaping and decisions we can make at the very end. In this project, we're carrying an owner's betterment allowance, so you have the flexibility where you might already have the cost accounted for if we get to the end and you still have all your contingencies left, to where there's really not an extra that they can get added. So
Maybe
we
something we can
potentially
do
didn't
outside
approve
of
them because
budget.
they're all decisions that don't have to be made at this time. They're at
Okay.
the very end of the job.
Well, the only other thing I noticed was we were supposed to start work yesterday.
Yeah, I saw that too.
That's my fault.
So you didn't start yesterday?
I think it was going to be a little frowned upon. So.
Okay, so what's our first date?
We're waiting, and we should be getting some plan review comments back to address the Bureau Veritas. Normally, we should get back to them this week. Typically, it's about a 2-week turnaround for that, and then we will probably need to give, since it's demolition, we'll have to give the state a 2-week notice. So probably about 3 or 4 weeks out from starting at least. A lot of it will depend on our plan review comments, how fast Bureau Veritas gets us that back and gives us our permit. And once we are good to go, it's just notifying the state. And at that point, it's 10 days from the time we're able to notify the state.
Crystal knows everyone at BV, so she'll just call them and
Yeah.
get on
I
them.
think FGMA has already talked to them about a bunch of the items, so it should be pretty quick turnaround. I don't see it being much, but typically on a resubmittal, it's about 2 weeks.
I look forward to the groundbreaking.
We all will.
Absolutely.
So the recommendation is on page 116. City staff recommends approval of the guaranteed maximum price amendment to the AIA A133 agreement with Weaver and Jacobs Contractors for construction of the City of Bay City Public Safety Center, and authorize the mayor to execute the amendment.
Yeah, make me sign the big money, huh?
Of course.
That's what. Yeah, that's what.
I'll personally guarantee it. How's that?
Don't make that part of the motion.
All right, we need a motion on 18.
I'll make that motion.
Second.
We have a motion, we have a second. Any other discussion, any other questions? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Thank you.
Opposed, having none, the motion carries. Thank you, gentlemen, for being here this evening.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Appreciate you.
Which one's which?
Dallas is the dark-headed one.
All right, it's time for a closed executive session. Item 19, executive session pursuant to section 551.0712 of the Texas Government Code, consultation with counsel on legal matters. And item 20, executive session pursuant to Texas Government Code, section 551.072, deliberation regarding real property. Any comments from council before we adjourn?
Make sure you guys go to the back to school bash tomorrow, Bay City High School.
Right.
Go attend that. That's it's gonna be big.
Yeah. Yeah, I'll be
So
there.
just throwing that 2 cents out there.
Yeah, with 3 organizations.
I'll be there doing all kinds
You
of
know
stuff.
about it.
No, I'm in
High school
Lions, I'll be
kids.
doing vision, and then my team's gonna be doing physicals and
Peach
demo
is gonna
checks.
be there.
It's gonna be bananas.
Lions Club's gonna be there. A lot of other people.
Yeah.
Education Foundation.
Yeah, we're doing physical, like Bobby, we're doing
Bobby's gonna
physicals
be
and dentists, we're doing dental checks. And then Lions, we're doing vision. Doing the vision thing, so I'll be there all day. It's not, look forward to that. 8 o'clock.
And he can't wait.
I can't wait. I gotta be there at 8 o'clock. That's when the physical start.
If there's nothing else, we are adjourned.
Thank you. Appreciate y'all.
Now you can leave.
I thank you.